Welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, and we may be in the Bluegrass State, but blue is the color to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Louisville Cardinals. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cavaliers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Hicks. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cardinals offense will have the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to Brown. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw. And he's going to lose yardage on the play. So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. Second and long from the 19. After run, now throw. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They're testing the right side here. The Cardinals get enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Caught near the sticks. It's Lacey. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Cavaliers offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Give to the running back. The Cavaliers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And the ball is picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Stop stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals! Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Knocked down for the tackle.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, you know, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off this season.
Yeah, it is critical then to get off to a fast start, right? They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season.
The Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They get him down after he makes the catch. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking left. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great cut.
Looking for a huge play. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Dances away from the heat. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move them on the counter. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Just enough time to get off one more snap. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Kirby. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down with it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Powers through the defender. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid tackle.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires and picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the catch. It's Lacey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup could put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's what...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Louisville! That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. James Madison is making it look easy today. A special performance that would make the 4th president of the United States proud. They're up 14 over ULM. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low line drive and short kick. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man, everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Well, quarterback got lucky on that one because that was a very small window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked. Defender obviously was able to get a hand on it. He still came away with the completion. He's got to be careful, though, moving forward in this game.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Kirby. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Cavaliers moving quickly to the line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Virginia. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Cavaliers headed quickly to the line.
And the defense just gets their fourth sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, running back on the move.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, the pirouette. He's got room. Touchdown, Cardinals. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over UCLA. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Louisville! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to... Going over the top. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got room on the return. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports